coach. Just wondering if a coach can tire of practice at this time of the year here. Are you kind of anxious to get going game-wise?
Yeah, for sure. It is good to give guys rest and practice, and you can see they're mentally recharged. But you want to ultimately judge yourself by games, and that's what we want to do.
That being said, has it been sort of a mission accomplished over the last 5 or 6 days? What you wanted to do with work and rest?
Yeah, today to me it was more mental than it was physical. Especially with as many young guys as we have in their first year or first full-time year in the NHL. It's a lot of games on a lot of days, a lot of meetings. A lot of things going on for guys that haven't been through it, and even guys that have been through it. It's just a different year. And it's good sometimes to just turn your brain off, for a little bit. But the worry is that it doesn't get turned on fully until you get right back into the battle. So, I thought our practice, we went hard today, and hopefully we're ready.
A long break didn't seem to do the Canadians any harm. What did you see from them last night that you expect tomorrow night?
Well, they work. They always work. They forecheck. They get on the goalie. I mean, they have a lot of players that are hard to play against. And it's a high emotion, very competitive game every time we play them. So I don't expect it to be any different.
Chris Carrioff, Post Media.
Hey, DJ, just a couple of things. What have you seen from Philip Gustafson thus far?
Well, I think he's been real calm in the net. He's let pucks hit him. He's gotten the whistles when he's got to get them, and he's just enjoying his chance.
Is that because of the way he approaches the game, DJ?
I'm not sure. I try and leave the goalies kind of themselves, and you never know when you're going to get your chance. And I think we always talk about it. You can be in the East Coast League one day, and like the Cord was saying to me earlier in the year. Last year he was in the East Coast League. The next night, or the year later, he's going against Connor McDavid and those guys in Edmonton. So you never know when they're going to call your number, and when they do, you make sure you're ready and you make the most of it.
Just one last thing from me. Do you think that when Cord touched on this earlier, but what did you want to accomplish in this 5 or 6 days, and what do you think you were able to accomplish?
I think the biggest thing was the mental fatigue of some of our guys, and I think they're rejuvenated and certainly physically it'll help, but it's more mental. Just the grind of like I said, the meetings and all the things that go into the NHL. I think we were able to get refreshed. I think we want to continue to get faster as a team, and we worked on that skating wise. We think we can be a real fast team as we grow as a group here, and we continue to do that in practice. And if you skate in practice, usually you skate in games.
Mark Broussard with Watt.
Coach, we see that Murray was more active today. How close is he to maybe backing up? And when he does get back in, does he have to win back the net with Gustafson going so well?
Well, he hasn't been cleared to play at this point, so it does look like he's getting more regular out there, and I'll wait on the trainers to tell me that, and then we'll see where we're at from there. But he's certainly a big priority for us. And I've said all along that he's here when it's our time to turn the corner. He's going to be the guy, and we're going to put him in spots to succeed, but we want to make sure he's healthy first.
Kyle Bukoska, Sportsman.
DJ, we've seen it most of the year. Like at the end of practice, a number of players still sticking out for a while after the coach is putting in work. I know you've done that at times too as well. I mean, what's your philosophy around that in the condensed year and just having players even beyond the more structured part of practice to stick out and continue to work on things?
Well, it's things individually they have to work on, whether it's their shot, whether it's stick handling, whether it's positional play, wall work. That's a time for the player to get better without a system play or what have you, and especially with young guys, they got to continue to get better, and that's why we morning skate a lot. I know a lot of teams probably this late in the year don't. We morning skate every chance we can, really, to get better. We want to. We want to take the next step, and in order to do it, you've got to practice like you play, and the more chances we get, we think the better that we'll become.
Final one is from Murray Pam, Full Press Hockey.
Hey DJ, can you maybe you would coach against Mike Amadio, I guess in the OHL. Maybe can you maybe describe him as a player?
Well, he started out as more of a defensive guy early in his career, and then later on in the OHL, he really put up some points and he was real dangerous. But he's able to play both ways. I think, that's why LA drafted him. He had some good spurts there, and sometimes, they're in a rebuild as well, where they choose other players over you. That doesn't mean that you can't come here and revive yourself. Both him and Nick Paul play for Stan Butler in North Bay. And if you just look at Nick Paul's story, you just keep working, and you never know when your chance is going to come. At some point, he'll get an opportunity, and when he gets in, he's got to show his best. And if he does, he gets a chance to do what Nick Paul's doing, and that's rejuvenate his career.